Liverpool beat Everton 2-1 at Anfield on Saturday, securing bragging rights in the city until April at least. The other results this weekend mean they have a 5-point lead after just 5 match weeks. Much will be made of Liverpool coming close to throwing away a 2-goal lead for the 4th time this term, yet it was never that likely. The Blues mustered 2 shots in the remaining 35 minutes following their goal, just 0.04 expected goals. The fear of 2 drop points was very real, the likelihood of that outcome rather less so. The performance of Gravenberch was a huge part of why Everton were held at bay. He made 5 tackles across the width of the Reds' defensive third, always on hand to aid his teammates, as Arne Slot explained after the game. "I see how much he runs off the ball, how many times he is there to help out Connor when he is in a 2v1 situation, and the same for Dominik Szoboszlai," he said. Tackles alone would not have been enough to earn Gravenberch his 3rd Player of the Match award in a row. Not even Mohamed Salah completed this hat-trick in the last 2 seasons, which says everything about how well the 23-year-old is currently playing. Supporters gave Gravenberch the gong for his goal and assist, recording one of each in a Liverpool match for the first time. It's interesting to reflect on the evolution of the Reds midfield since the peak of the Jurgen Klopp era, not least because only once before has a club held a 5-point lead at this early stage of a 20-team Premier League season. It was in 2019-20, which bodes very well for the omen-hungry corners of the Liverpool fanbase. Some Koppites grumbled back in those days that the midfield did not contribute enough offensively. Never mind that Liverpool went on a run of 36 wins and 2 draws in 38 league games. Who cares that they became champions of Europe, the world and England in what reads like a nonsensical order? Not Klopp, most importantly. Even so, midfielders providing the offensive output Gravenberch delivered in the derby have been rare for the Reds. That's without considering the sheer quality of his finish or the incisive beauty of his through-ball assist. The last Liverpool midfielder to score and set up a goal was Harvey Elliott in the dead-rubber loss at Brighton last term. Given his assist came after a simple pass to Szoboszlai which enabled the Hungarian to fire a cross into the Seagulls' net, it was not quite so impressive. Examples get hard to come by if you exclude set plays for the sake of argument. It omits Szoboszlai at Manchester City in February and Jordan Henderson at Wolves in January 2020. If that example sounds too far back to be relevant, it's mentioned here due to the paucity of instances in between. Given he plays the holding role, the most similar example to Gravenberch was Fabinho against Crystal Palace 5 years ago. He set up the 2nd goal, then scored the 3rd in a 4-0 win. However, as Roy Hodgson's side didn't record a single touch in the Liverpool penalty area in the behind closed doors fixture, there was not the intensity you get on Derby Day. Everton's threat might have been relatively minimal, but they got into the box at least. There have been other examples in thrashings. Bobby Clark, Alexis McAllister and Szoboszlai all scored and assisted in Europa League clashes with Sparta Prague. The most thrilling case results-wise was Naby Keita in a 5-0 win at Old Trafford. Szoboszlai had similar fun when Slot's side ran riot at Tottenham last year. The best comparable example to Gravenberch might be Henderson in a Goodison derby. He opened the scoring, then assisted Salah against the fever dream that was Rafael Benitez's Everton. Klopp's skipper also netted and teed up the Egyptian king in the final 10 minutes of a memorable win at Southampton in 2019. To truly match Gravenberch, we need a midfielder scoring and setting up both goals in open play in a win. We've waited a decade for just such a game, with Henderson meeting this criteria in a 2-0 victory over Burnley in March 2015. Slot's tactical tweaks may mean we won't wait another 10 years to see this occur again. Gravenberch explained his changed role in a post-match interview on Saturday. "This season we have more freedom in the midfield. Last season I was only on the 6, like deep. Now I can go more forward, which you saw today. My strength is also there. I'm happy with that and also happy with the goal," he said. Gravenberch was also aided by Jack Grealish's defensive weakness, as Josh Williams has highlighted superbly in his analysis of the match. Even without that, and what do you expect for 100 million? Work rate? Gravenberch will get further opportunities to be influential in the attacking third as teams routinely defend deeply against the Reds. He has the skills to exploit the real estate that Anfield visitors will give him, with the full backing of his manager to make the most of it. With Gravenberch's goal at Newcastle accompanying his derby efforts, he has been involved in 3 open play league goals this season. Until the 93rd minute of their draw with Manchester City on Sunday, the same was true of Arsenal. The way both are playing, they may struggle to keep up with Gravenberch.